I would say when I was around 11 years old, my best friend Roy got me, let me borrow one of his manga, and I started reading it, and I asked him more about it, and started sharing DVDs, well, sharing VHS at the time, but DVDs and online streaming videos, and just fell more and more in love with it like that. And he took me to my first con, AWA '08, I believe. Had fun ever since then.
The best way I could put it is that maybe is that anime, the culture, it somewhat plays into the identity of what what you could associate with with Japan, but then but on the other token, it goes outside of it. Like,
I don't know. I just like it. I mean, it may sound dumb, but I like it better than everything we have over here. Like the American version of Power Rangers, let's say, it's so dumb to me because the acting isn't as good. And they're basically stealing all of the effects anyway from Japan and splicing into their scenes. So I like theirs better because I can get more into the storyline with the characters. I can fall in love with it more, and it's just all around better to me. I like the artwork of it because it just seems fresher to me. I don't know why. Like anime, Dragon Ball, Bleach, Naruto, all of that just looks a lot better than anything I've seen that American can come up with.
And we watched Avatar: The Last Airbender. We're like, oh, anime is really cool. So then we started looking up stuff, and then here we are.
And then we there's more feeling into it, and there's just better storylines too, and the art is amazing.
Yeah, it seems like it's a more important thing in Japan. Like they focus more and they do more details in it. Then like if you just went on Cartoon Network, most of them are like have no story. They're kind of also.
Otaku, it's a term that it can almost that would mean almost like an extreme fan, and it has a connotation with anime, with anime, and in some ways it can have there can be a bit of a negative connotation for for folks outside of it, but people who are otaku, either self-proclaimed or by others, can cherish it, can champion the title.
Being otaku is really, I guess it's like a personal thing. It depends on what people look at it, because an otaku himself probably won't call himself that, but people outside looking at him may. It's because everything in his room may be fully obsessed with anime. He may have wall scrolls. He may have bed sheets that says anime. He may have like an outline on his television or his game systems that talk about the things that he look at. That can also portray as otaku, just becoming totally obsessed where everything they do revolves around that one particular aspect of their life.
It means basically someone who likes anime.
Anime freak, obsessed with anime, cosplaying, manga.
Really obsessed anime lover, like.
Oh, when they collect stuff and they have it all in the room.
Yeah, that's me. Not yet. You're not one yet, honey. No, not yet.
That's not
I'm
me.
getting close.
All I have in my room is anime stuff and nothing else. So.
Over in Japan, it's like derogatory. It's meant to just make you feel like shit. If you're an otaku, you're a bad person. Apparently, over here in the West, that's a great thing to be. That's an awesome thing to be. An otaku is like a title. It's like a golden symbol you wear on your forehead.
I've heard like that's the offense in Japan. That's like supposed to be offensive. It's for somebody who like doesn't come out of their basement. It's like our perception of like guys who play World of Warcraft in their mother's basement all day. Or at least that's how I think of it.
Sure. Cosplaying is just when someone dresses up and tries to portray that particular character that they find interesting in a particular anime or something that's of the Japanese genre.
Well, I guess on a base level, I kind of just felt like being an attention whore, honestly. I saw you guys videotaping, and I wanted to be part of it. I mean, that's why anyone comes here. That's why anyone wants to cosplay, because they want to become a character and they want to be recognized.
Cosplaying is just finding a particular anime that you like or something like that, finding the pieces, making it yourself or buying it online, and just going to conventions and dressing up like it, you know, pretending to be somewhere you're not for a little bit. Let's see, these two are Frieza, different states of Frieza when from Dragon Ball Z. This one is actually not a real person. This one is Axel from Kingdom Hearts, body and base, with Piccolo's head from Dragon Ball Z. Gotenks, a fusion of Goku's son and Vegeta's son in their fusion state, going Super Saiyan 2, I believe. Sheik from Zelda, Sailor Moon Jupiter. This I actually like the most because this is a new anime I'm looking at called Witchblade. She's one of the doctors who's trying to make an artificial Witchblade for females. This is Ren, the daughters of Mensimi, I think. I can't pronounce that last word of the anime. It's a pretty good anime that I got into. Is basically she can't die. Like, there's been times when she's been stripped of all her skin, her organs, and they grow back. Because in that world, whenever one of these little apples from the apple of Eden enter a female's body, they turn into something that's inhuman that can't die. And if it touches a male, they turn into an angel. And whenever they go near a woman, the woman just has like this unbridled lust and wants to make out with them. And if they make out, the man kills them. She's the only one who can succumb, but tries to find a way to figure out why this is happening and a way to stop it.
But yeah, but I think sometimes in segments of memorable anime, people can sometimes find a culture that they don't know, or storytelling that they don't know, or characters that they don't know, and sometimes to get closer to it, beyond what they watch, is to go there. There's a fascination that that I found for people with the East, with Asia and with Japan. And sometimes it can be a starvation, of actual exposure to it. You can only get segments of it from a show. It can only be in pieces of a comic book or a film. And it may just only be, in what glimpses you can get of the language.
I've never been to Japan. I'd like to visit. I don't know a single lick of Japanese.
Well, actually, when I was very young, we had a Japanese exchange student come live with our family for a while. And we had a lot of exchange students of different cultures come stay with us, but I was very impressed by the Japanese exchange student. She was very interested in sharing her culture, teaching us different things about Japan. So from a very young age, I think I was 5 the first time she visited, I've always been interested in Japan.
Into it was, my brother was like 12 years older than me, and when I was in elementary school, he left to go to Stanford and then moved to Japan for 7 years. So for Christmas, he would always send me back these Japanese comic books and like music and all this Japanese stuff. So I started collecting, and then I learned that it was anime and manga, and I started noticing it was a big thing here in America.
When they go into something, they put their all into it, at least from everything that I see. And when I spent my little time over there, like, they actually did, whenever something was done over there, they put like 100% focus on it. They do an exchange program, and like I just visited a family over there for like half a semester because I got too homesick and asked to come back home early. Definitely, like, when they offered it to me at school, when they said that can be available, that's why I hopped on and had my grandmother sign off on it for me, because I've always wanted to go, and I do want to go back over there anyway. But then they also have this shared openness, so it has its ups and downs, like here has its ups and downs. But if I had a choice to pick, I would rather live over there than over here.
And anime is just it's a key part, from our perspective, but it's a small part overall. But it just kind of it draws you in. Like, I wish I could be there. I wish I could be part of this. But
like, I don't have a crap ton of friends because I don't like that many people as it is. Not that I hate people, but trying to find people who fit into my already close-knit friend circle is kind of hard because I want everybody to get along. So maybe I would say I have like maybe 10 who we all go out with every now and then, at least twice a week sometimes, to go and hang out at Oxford Comics. After the Oxford Comics, we'll go to a little restaurant and hang out and chill, discuss anime or play Pokemon or Magic together.
Realistically, much like just where we are now, I hear Japan. Yes! I don't know this person at all. He is my favorite Vocaloid.
I love him. No. Do you have to know someone?
Wait.
Yeah, it's the air. It's the presence in the air. Everyone's so nice and lovely. I mean, why not hug?
What's the name of my character?
Beautiful.
I treat everybody like a friend, and that's influenced by anime. Because if I didn't watch anime, I'd probably be one of the people that never talk to anybody.